Guys, creative community, entertainers, performers, actors. I just got out of the movie theater. I just saw Top Gun Maverick and I feel the urge of shooting this video. I feel like I can't go to sleep without shooting this video because I'm so full with energy right now. I'm so pumped, I'm so excited, I'm so happy, and I feel so gratified as an audience member just having shared this experience with other people in that theater and just coming back and feeling like I was taken back into time, into 1986. I feel like a little kid. So happy right now, and that's why welcome everybody from the acting community, from the creative community as well. This is Lorenzo from the Coach MC studio with a slightly different acting breakdown right now. So fresh, so new, so exciting, and we're gonna analyze this movie a bit closer. We're gonna talk about what great movie making is all about and trying to share some of these insights with you guys so you can really appreciate them and cherish them and use them for your own acting experience, for your own artistic endeavors. So let's jump right into it, into this acting breakdown / review of Top Gun Maverick, and let's see what's cooking. First of all, before the movie even starts, there is Tom Cruise appearing all of a sudden, out of the blue. He's appearing on screen. And I was, kind of looking to my wife, and I thought for a moment, oh no, what's going on right now? All of a sudden, he does something quite unexpected, right? He's just sitting there in his living room, dressed casually, very relaxed, very smoothly and elegantly and very politely telling you basically, thank you for being there tonight. We just made this movie for you guys. This is kind of a fan product right there. We just wanted to cater some great entertainment, and we made the biggest possible effort to kind of entertain you tonight, so just thank you. And you were displaced right away and shocked and slightly irritated in a positive way because I really didn't know what to say. I've expected something maybe cringy, but it was completely honest and authentic. And he was just telling and saying thank you. And that message already kind of humbled me deeply. And I was already kind of opened up. He kind of cracked me up before the movie even started. I think that was a genius move. I believe what he was saying. It was very kind of truthful and a beautiful message. And in a time where everybody is so self-absorbed and so distracted and so much about his ego, seeing the biggest movie star right there, sitting and just saying thank you, that was kind of a beautiful moment. And I felt like privileged to kind of witness that, and I feel like acknowledged as an audience, as a fan, because you see, I'm an old guy. Back then in 1986, I was 10 years old when Top Gun came out, and I saw it in the movie theater. I kind of sneaked in, I was too young. Nevertheless, I've enjoyed this movie so much back then. I was really excited about the movie, about the action, about the characters, about how cocky they were, about how cool they seemed to be, how larger than life they kind of talked and moved, and the action was kind of nice. I must say, like most recently, I kind of rewatched Top Gun and it didn't really age that well, but still, it kind of had a beautiful patina. So I wasn't expecting too much, but I was afraid a lot because I saw many sequels coming out most recently that kind of disappointed me badly. And I was just scared that they would ruin this franchise as well. Like one of those childhood dreams that you kind of still had and you appreciated. Like looking back into the 80s, so many great movies came out because they had a feeling, they had a vibration, they had an atmosphere before of everything. They had a great compelling story. You could see back then like everybody was collaborating, everybody was loving the movie, the story, the plot, everybody was kind of fulfilling his mission in front of the camera. And so I wanted this movie to succeed, but I wasn't looking desperately forward to watching this movie and seeing this movie because basically I was just afraid they would ruin it and they would go, in strange directions like many movies most recently. So I was just there to kind of enjoy the night and see where this was going. And by Tom Cruise appearing and by seeing Tom Cruise right away with this beautiful and authentic message, I felt like, well, maybe we could be surprised tonight. Who knows? It turned out to be the greatest movie I've seen for such a long time. And I cried at the end of this movie. I was moved. I wept. You see, guys, this is no joke. This is the Coach MC studio. We're talking about acting all the time. We're talking about entertainment industry all the time. Guess what? You know why we're doing this? Because we love that. That's our mission here. We love to entertain people in a genuine, authentic, and impactful way. That's why we're doing this. This studio belongs to you. to the culture, to movie making, to creating great, compelling stories and great characters and really believing in your art, that something that is inside of you could move millions to tears, something that happened to me that I was looking forward to for so long. And I felt so frustrated over the last couple of years. I felt so upset and angry about so many bad choices coming down, to sequels from those brilliant 80s, from those brilliant times. And Top Gun kind of healed me, revitalized me. It made me again believe in Hollywood in a way. I think Tom Cruise saved the day. I think Tom Cruise saved Hollywood. And I mean that seriously. He showed us how to make it. No CGI, no contrived, strange, full of moral questions type of story that doesn't really interest anyone. Believable and solid characters, an effective plot, an effective subplot, beautiful little moments, Easter eggs that were actually effective, that were fruitful and helpful to kind of, giving the story some more traction and believability, some nice homage to the past, but also making sure that, since you've waited 36 years to release the sequel to the first movie, to make sure that the movie was coherent and better and executed in a magnificent way. And this movie was spectacular, guys. I just saw something incredible. It's a 10 out of 10. Just the way they executed so many things throughout this whole movie, and the way they prepared the actors, and the way the story was working, and the way the action was coming together, and the way the editing was helping to kind of move you through the story in a dynamic and interesting way. It's just a little masterpiece that reminds us all of what we're actually capable of. And I'm so proud to shoot this video right now, because most of the times you see me talking about things that we could do better. And I feel so privileged and so happy right now that I just can talk about something that is outstanding, where you actually need no improvement, where you just can learn and be entertained from, and just appreciate the moment, and just letting go, and just being an audience member, just eating some popcorn and just having a great time without feeling morally prosecuted, without feeling angry or bad about yourself, without having to question your deeper reality or whatever. It's just a movie that from the start till the end works in every single aspect, where every detail comes together in such a tasteful, believable, authentic, and powerful way. This is an action movie, guys, like you haven't seen before. He's saving the day again. It is amazing what a person can do with such amount of dedication and passion, and bringing together all the people. We're not just talking about an actor here. He basically runs the show, guys. He trained the actors to be pilots, right? He trained the pilots to be actors. He brought the crew, the camera section, the developers, the props department. He just brought everyone together. He was the center, the nucleus of the production. He was the very core, the pumping heart, and the pulsating force behind every freaking scene. And he was a reliable, incredible actor throughout the movie. Like the emotional anchor that wasn't deconstructed, that wasn't a sad hero. He was still a hero on a journey. And sometimes the journey takes a long time, but he completed it. And after 36 years, watching a sequel that is so much better than the original one, after so many sequels that really kind of bombed, not only at the box office, but also with the subverted expectations, that, the trickery and all the plays that we're doing on click and bait and switch and all that, nothing like that is happening here. You just get the product. You just get the best entertainment. You just get a movie that blows you away, where everything is pieced together magnificently. Tom Cruise acts in an incredible way. He is a legend, guys. There is so much to learn from this movie. The other actors, the other plots, they work nicely and smoothly. Maybe some things here and there could be edited a bit shorter. There's, a few scenes here and there that kind of maybe are taking too long, where you feel like, okay, they're not giving anything to the story, but overall, it's just taking you there. It's taking off in such a clever way. It's bringing you up there to the stars, where, air gets very thin, and where you're alone, where you're the eagle in the sky, where you're observing planet Earth, where you're the king of the air. You feel physically entangled by this movie. You get catapulted as an audience into the cockpit. You are absorbing every second. You are sweating out of your pores. You are holding on to your chair. You're looking at your partner. You know, you're saying things, right? You can't really control what just happened to me. I feel like a kid. I felt the very much feeling that I had back then that I felt was lost. And that's why I cried at the end of this movie, because I thought I will never feel again like I felt in the 80s when, you know, I was exiting the movie theater, when I was sitting there and I was just, you know, watching these incredible movies back then. And this movie kind of managed to give me the feeling, the real and authentic feeling of 1986, but also making the transition happen into contemporary times, into modern times. So all of a sudden, the action makes more sense, but it's not just more, it's just the way it is executed. It's kind of believable and traceable, and everything is compelling. You feel it on your skin, you're inside of that cockpit, but also the characters, when they're talking to each other, you believe each and every one's mission. And it's like in the beginning, there is this invisible threat that starts with the Tom Cruise speech in the beginning, and, you know, with this message where you think, oh no, this is hopefully not, you know, getting cringy or anything like that. And then he saves it. He makes an incredible U-turn, but just, you know, just saying thank you. And you feel like, wow, this is surprising. And there are a few moments in the movie where you feel like, oh, please don't fuck this up right now. Don't go into this bad direction, right? And they don't. They subvert expectation in a positive way. This is what movies should do. They should lead us on a different path and then kind of surprise us and take us onto the right path and subvert our expectations in a positive way, not in a negative way, like just happened for the last, I don't know, 20 years. I can only be thankful and grateful for having watched this flick. I feel like I was part of a piece of art, of craftsmanship. And whenever artists from different backgrounds and different cultures come together, and it's not about agenda, politics and personal views, when it's all about the culture, the exploration of the story, and the beauty of an overall tune, of an overall melody, of an overall harmony where everybody's kind of tuning in. And that tune, you know, sucks you in and you feel you're part of that tune, of that atmosphere. And they're not just cocky, self-absorbed actors kind of playing it cool. You see the companionship being on screen and off screen, because the transformation that all of these actors kind of did throughout the movie, taking us there, letting us believe they would go into a different direction and then kind of saving the day and kind of surprising us, and the way they executed all these subplots magnificently. Script department, camera department, costume department, there is nothing that lacks in this movie. Everything is there and it fulfills your expectations. It makes you happy. It's a great piece of entertainment. Thank you, Tom Cruise. Thank you to the cast. Thank you to the crew. Thank you for having shared this gem with us. I just want to watch it right away. Watch this movie, learn from this movie, get entertained by this movie, feel what this movie is about. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today's video. Now I can go to bed. I can sleep quietly. I feel like I couldn't have done it without shooting this video first, because there was so much energy, so much dopamine, so much adrenaline inside of my system. And I just want to thank God for our entertainment industry and for great movies like this. Thank you, universe, that you made me still believe that there is something worth watching, right? Without any exaggeration. He saved the day. If you saw this movie, if you guys want to let me know what you think about Top Gun, just let me know in the comment section down below. Also follow me on Instagram, where it's the Coach MC. Got some art stuff going on, news going on, some funny stories going on. And hey, if there is anything we want to work on, if we want to kind of, you know, buzz the tower all together, just contact me through my website. It's thecoachmc.studio, and let's see what we can do for each other, right? If we're a great match, then maybe there's another Top Gun-like adventure waiting for us up in the sky. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Activate the bell. You know, it goes such a long way to kind of support this channel. It's just a little, you know, click for you, but just big meaning for us and for the algorithm. See you next time with the next video, guys. And now you're ready to perform.